fellow makeup enthusiasts, welcome back to my perfectly healthy expression of makeup enthusiasm. My name is Lainey, and on this Makeup Monday, I'm going to be telling you about the makeup on my mind. Now, if you are new here, I never, ever simply get on trend mood and either swipe right or swipe left and then talk about why I don't like a product or why I do like a product, why I'm probably not going to get a product or why I might get a product. This is not a will I buy it video. This is the makeup that has caught my eye. This is the format that I always do. I love to watch will I buy it videos if I like the content creator, but if I'm being perfectly honest, when they're talking about makeup that does not interest me, I kind of glaze over. And it's nothing personal. So I do this my way and just talk about the makeup that actually catches my eye. It's not always all new releases. Some of these products have been out for a while. Some of them I already have. Some of them I have already ordered. So let's just stop jabbering and I will go ahead and get to the point and start talking about the makeup on my mind. First and foremost, I had an email in my inbox this morning from Huda Beauty. They are coming out with 3 new Pastel Obsessions palette. That looks interesting. Pastels are tricky for me, and I have mixed feelings about the Huda mini palettes. For example, I have the Orange Neon Obsessions palette. This is a good palette. Is it a great palette? No, it's not that poppin' when you compare it to a lot of indie makeup like Lele Posh, Notoriously Morbid, even brands like Jeffree Star or Melt really kind of put these to shame, even though they're supposed to be neons. They're fine, but they're not great, and pastels can be tricky for me anyway, so I may or may not end up getting one of those little mini pastel palettes. It's just going to depend on my feeling when I see them in person in the real world and how they swatch and how I think they're going to look on my eyes. But they are $29. They are hitting the stores on March the 1st, so if you are interested, that's your date. The Glaminatrix Easter themed Duochromes. So this little 6-pack retails for $39.64. I have heard good things, sometimes even great things about Glaminatrix. This looks cool. Do I need it? Absolutely not. I have very similar shadows in my collection and I wish that they would sell these individually so I could just get 1 or 2. I don't feel like it's worth it to me to get the entire 6-pack, but I think it looks really, really pretty. And I think that it might be a good alternative to the Clionadh Cosmetics Vibrant Multichromes. And that, I think that that's an 8-pack. I'm not sure. I'll put it right down here. But I think that set retails for $125, so you would definitely be saving some coin if you went with the Glaminatrix. However, these are duochromes and these are multichromes, so these are going to be a little bit more interesting. They're probably going to be a little bit more fun to play with, but they are also going to be a little bit more difficult to play with. So take your pick. Also, on the plus side for Clionadh, you can get individual Vibrant Multichromes for $17. So I am definitely going to be pre-ordering at least 2 or 3 of these shades just because I love multichromes, but I hate the ones, I shouldn't say hate, I have trouble getting a look that I like with the multichromes that have the dark base because they create an unflattering shadow, but the ones that have a gold base or a gray base or just some kind of lighter base tend to look really cool. So I am gonna give these a try. Do I need these? Probably not. Do I think they're pretty? Oh yeah. Haus Laboratories, Lady Gaga's brand, has a new set of matte lip crayons called Le Monster. I love lip crayons. I feel like they give me a little bit more control. Usually the color payoff is really good. And as far as my experience goes with Haus Laboratories, I have the eyeliner. It's a good felt tip eyeliner. And then I have the eye armor set, which is really, really useful for someone who has trouble with wings from time to time. I never did get the liquid shadows or the liquid lipsticks. They just didn't seem worth it to me, and I guess I was one of those people who was expecting more drama from a Lady Gaga makeup line, and I just kind of shit all over people who were complaining that Jeffree Star's Bloodlust palette didn't have enough drama. And I don't know, I'm human, you know, I have conflicting emotions. It's cognitive dissonance here. What can I say? But these look really pretty. I feel like I would get use out of this. This is at the top of my wish list. Lime Crime is coming out with the Fairy Garden collection. Of course, this is wildly appealing to me. Now, Lime Crime as a company, I have used a number of their products. I have not loved anything that I have used from Lime Crime. Have I hated things from Lime Crime? I didn't really care for their lipstick formula. I found it really drying. Their eyeshadow is kind of meh. So I don't have the greatest experience with Lime Crime, even though I think that the theme of this collection is adorable. I'm probably not going to have too much trouble restraining myself just because I don't have a strong loyalty to Lime Crime, and I think they were involved in some bullshit scandal a while back. I don't know, I don't like to pay attention to that crap, but if you do know the nature of the scandal and if you know the details, we can talk about it. If you want to tell me about it, go ahead and tell me. I will listen. And then we have the new Fenty eyeliner pencils. I heard really good things about them. I ran out and bought the yellow one and the white one with silver sparkles. I have used them. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing it today. I should have, but didn't think that far ahead. Anyway, I really like them. They remind me a lot of the ColourPop Creme Gel liners, except they work a lot better. They don't break on you, they're not crumbly, and they actually stay in your waterline. If you have heard me gripe about this before, I have trouble getting the Creme Gel pencil liners to stay put. If I use the pot liners with a brush, they will stay, but they dry out really quickly, and so it's kind of wasted money because I like to have a nice variety of colors. Anyway, I feel like maybe Fenty is the solution. Even though they're way more expensive, I feel like the quality is seriously superior. So I am planning to buy more of those. Highly recommend them. I will wear them in my next video, I promise you. And then of course we have to talk about Jeffree Star's new Bloodlust collection, Be Still My Beating Heart. I did a video recently where I was reacting to the reactions to the launch, not the actual reviews of the palette, just people saying, what is this? This isn't what I was expecting. Not people actually using the palette. Now, lately, the videos have been coming out of people actually playing with the palette, using the palette, real reviews, and those have been generally positive, at least the ones that I have watched. I ordered the palette. It should be here in a couple of days. I also ordered the Extreme Frost in Choking on Ice. That probably will take a little bit longer because I had to order from the JSC website. We know that that website can take a long time to ship, but I will wait patiently. I didn't feel like I needed the glosses because I have 2 Jeffree Star glosses. They're great, but I don't need more. And then I didn't order the lipstick collection because I'm not a big purple lipstick person, and as far as being able to use them as eyeliner, I do have lip products that do work as eyeliner, so I didn't see the point. But the whole collection honestly looks really, really pretty, and I'm very excited to get my Bloodlust palette in the mail, and I will be doing a video on that just as soon as I have it in my hot little hands. And let me also talk to you about some non-makeup items that are on my mind, namely some clothing from Dolls Kill. Did I place an order recently? Yes, I did. So yes, I have a problem, but let's just go ahead and scroll through some of the scrumptious looking outfits on that website. Yeah, I know. It's a problem. Can't help it. Love that website. And I also wanted to talk about a perfume company based out of New Orleans called Séance Perfumes. I have Mary from Mary Moods and Makeup to thank for hipping me to this website. I definitely want to try some of these perfumes. I am most interested in a fragrance called Opium Den. I think it's frankincense and myrrh, which is one of my favorite scent combos. They have so many fragrances that sound kind of spooky and witchy and earthy and like something that a wicked fairy would be wearing. Anyway, it's totally up my alley. I'm totally gonna order some perfumes from that website. And speaking of things that smell delightful, let's talk about Lush. Lush has their Easter products and their new spring products on the website. You can order them from the website. I am personally waiting for them to come to the stores because I want to be able to hold them in my hot little hand and smell them with my own nose before I make a purchase. But I will be coming to you with a Lush haul as soon as those goodies come to the store. And you know what? Let's do a little experiment. Let's be negative for a second because that seems to sell and I'm not negative that often. So I actually got onto Trend Mood and I made a list of the things that did not interest me. I deliberately looked at stuff that I normally would not look at. So let's talk about that. Let's see. We have the Marc Jacobs Bronzing Body Stick. Why the fuck would I ever use that? I am completely content to be a gross English titty vampire. Why would I ever bronze my body? I wouldn't. Don't want that. And then we have the new Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe. It has nothing to do with lipstick gate. I don't give a rat's ass what kind of hot mess Jaclyn Hill is into. I have no opinion on her really either way. I don't hate her. I don't love her. I don't relate to her. You guys have been very, very gracious in the comments to let me know your opinions on Morphe because I've never tried their shadows. I've just never been motivated to, and pretty much the general consensus is it's hit or miss. So I'm just not interested in trying Morphe shadows. I'm just absolutely not. So that palette has absolutely no appeal to me whatsoever. And then we have this new Dior palette. Now I love Dior's face products. Pretty much everything that that I use for like my base products, my primer, my foundation, all Dior. I love their face products. But this, what the fuck is this? This is boring as shit. I would never ever use this. It's way too warm for me and it's just boring. No, oh, yuck. Oh, and then something that did catch my eye but that I very quickly dismissed is the new Linda Hallberg liquid eyeshadow. I think it's called Interstellar eyeshadow. I love her products. This is boring. I mean, it's very, very neutral. It's not something that I would wear. If it had some glitter in it, I might be drawn to it, but I'm hoping that she will come out with a broader color range. I'm hoping that she will come out with some interesting colors. In that case, I will absolutely give one of these liquid shadows a try. I love liquid shadows. I love Linda Hallberg products, but these look boring. And then we have the Wet n Wild Jungle Rocks. I think that this is a whole collection, but I'm just speaking about the palette right now. I haven't worn Wet n Wild since I was in junior high, and it was really crappy when I wore it. I am 100% positive that they have upped their game since my old ass was in junior high, but I'm sorry, I still have a bad taste in my mouth from that. Really, the only drugstore makeup that I give a shit about is NYX and maybe LA Girl. I do have some eyeliners by LA Girl that are good, but Wet n Wild, I just don't see this being good. I can't imagine it being good. If it is, if you have it and it's great, let me know. But even if it is good, I don't need this in my collection. I have plenty of colorful palettes, and honestly, if I wanted to get a palette with this type of color story, kind of gives me an 80s vibe, I would get the Urban Decay Wired palette, which hits stores on March 1st, by the way. I am probably not going to pick up the palette. I don't really feel the need for it, but I'm going to try some of the new eyeliners and see if their innovative liners are any better than my tried and true technique of putting a duochrome or a multichrome over black liner. So I'm curious. I'm going to try one. Okay, I think I went through that pretty quickly, but I will find out as I am editing if I went as quickly as I think I did. Anyway, I know that I was planning on doing a Frankie Foster costume reveal on Friday. I didn't do it because I was missing one final piece of the costume, and it was a black version of this little ear magnet. This is not a piercing. This is just a magnet. So it's pretty strong and it actually starts to hurt after a while, but I think it looks wicked cool. I have a black one for my Frankie Foster costume, and so I will be revealing my Frankie Foster costume this Friday. Are we gonna stick? We're stuck. Okay, so Frankie Foster Friday, and then the next time you guys see me will probably be my first reactions to Bloodlust. So until then, thank you guys so very much for joining me. Follow me on Instagram. I will follow you back. Throw me a pity like, give me some encouragement to make some more videos. Very special shout out to you if you were watching this video on the toilet. And until next time, enjoy your joy responsibly.